Today we're going to talk about the Black Panthers. Black power. You heard me. Black power. I love the Black Panthers because they were thinkers and doers. They did practical things such as create a breakfast program for children, an idea that was later stolen by the US government without crediting them. They fed people in the community, provided clothing, and inspired other people, such as the New York Young Lords, which I will talk about later in the video. First, I will read an abbreviated version of the Black Panther Party 10-point program. With point 6, I'll read more extensively because it addresses how they used force. As I've said before, I'm curating a buffet of positive Black identity for people to feast on. I am describing things, I'm not prescribing any particular movement. But I believe everything that was done in this marathon to obtain a just and equitable society can be useful, especially in the next 4 years, when more than ever our communities will need our assistance. So let's go now. The Black Panther Party 10-point program, written October 15, 1966. Point 1, we want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our Black community. Point 2, we want full employment for our people. Point 3, we want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our Black community. Point 4, we want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. Point 5, we want education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present day society. So sad this is still needed because they're still trying to block Black history from schools. 6, we want all Black men to be exempt from military service. I'll read more of that. We believe that Black people should not be forced to fight in the military service to defend a racist government that does not protect us. We will not fight and kill other people of color in the world who, like Black people, are being victimized by the white racist government of America. We will engage in self-defense. We'll protect ourselves from the force and violence of the racist police and the racist military by whatever means necessary. Point 7, we want an immediate end to police brutality and the murder of Black people. Point 8, we want freedom for all Black men held in federal, state, county, and city prisons and jails. Point 9, we want all Black people, when brought to trial, to be tried in a court by a jury of their peer group or people from their Black communities, as defined by the Constitution of the United States. Point 10, we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. And sad to say, it's our same cry that we have to have because these issues have not been addressed. Now I'm going to tell you about the Young Lords. The New York Young Lords defined themselves as a revolutionary political party fighting for the liberation of all oppressed people. And they were headquartered in East Harlem, and they were inspired by the Black Panthers. And the New York branch of the Black Panthers existed from 1969 to 1976. This New York Young Lords was a revolutionary group of Latinx and Black New Yorkers, and they occupied the South Bronx healthcare facility of Lincoln Hospital for 12 hours, and they demanded better care, improved conditions, and a variety of patient and workers' rights for the community and people of color. And what I loved about their approach is that before they decided to do this movement, this intervention, this nonviolent protest, they canvassed the community and they asked them, what is it you need? How can we help you? And when they were doing that, they didn't just stick on the individual need. They looked out for what are the systemic trends that were there. And they saw that poverty was a form of disease, that this was what was keeping the people in certain conditions. And then there was things like environmental racism, where, and we see this in places in New Orleans where people, they dump waste in the area, toxic waste in the areas where Black people live. So yeah, this kind of systemic and practical look at things. And then they went out to do something for the community. And one of their major accomplishments was the creation of the first patient Bill of Rights. So when you go into the hospital, you are and you receive that patient Bill of Rights that people all over the US get. This is the work of the Panthers, the Black Panthers. They sowed the seeds, and then the New York Young Lords continued in the tradition. So again, I've chosen specific pictures here. Always the images I'm showing you, they're intentional. And if you don't get the message, you're not supposed to get the message that I'm giving. It's like when you had cornrows as a way of escaping enslavement. When you know, you know.